Are you there? Hello? Hello! You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with us. Thank you so much for joining us for the very first Sound City's virtual Young Life Banquet. We are so excited. We got some fun stuff for you. Now, a couple things to get out of the way, a little housekeeping. If you've been on a Zoom call, and I'm guessing you have, this is going to feel a little different. This is a webinar. We want to control what's on screen because we have some fun stuff to share. We want to be able to hit all of it. But we still want you to engage in different ways. Feel free to screen share, text your friends if you know they're on here. If you want to share on other social media, we won't stop you. But you do have a chat option that's down here. So go down. If you, Q&A, just some of the presenters are going to see that. But if you go into the chat, you can interact with other people. We want you to comment, ask questions, interact, do whatever you can. You are invited to be a part of our night. We know that attention spans are a little shorter right now, so we're going to try to hit a few things multiple times throughout the night. Be ready for that. We're also aware that the NFL draft is going tonight. Now, we know that's secondary to what we have planned for you, but we are thankful you're here. Feel free. We did promise some insider info. It's coming. Don't worry. But use the chat. Talk about the draft. We're fine. A lot of us that are putting on this call want to be a part of that as well. So feel free. We are not offended. Tonight, we're going to be sharing some updates on how leaders are reaching out to students and their families. We're going to hear from students and leaders in the committee, from some of our clips of the video campaign we've been having going this week. Thank you so much for watching those. It's been fun to tell the story. We're going to get some updates on the local ministry. We have a few fun surprises. Now, one of the things that's coming up, we're going to hear from students that share what they think of Young Life. And one of the recurring things you hear is that they say it's fun. And I don't think there's much accident to that. I love this ministry because one of the core values of Young Life is that we use humor. I believe that laughter is a medicine that we always need. We really need it in this time, but we always need it. I love our Young Life camps. They're incredible. Our events are fun. What I love about them is that we know that basic needs of students are being met in that time. We know they have a bed to sleep in, they have a meal to eat, we know they're cared for, we know they have a leader who is taking care of them and loving them. We don't always know that during our events throughout the year. We have the kids show up, we don't know what they're carrying. But this opportunity, this strategy to love them and earn the right to share the gospel with them, when somebody leans in, they smile. If you trust me enough to laugh with me and engage in what's going on, you have an opportunity now to hear the truth that I want to share with you and respond to it. Or before, you may be thinking about the other. So we're offering that invitation to you as well. Tonight, you are invited to smile. I wish I could see it. I cannot. But I believe that you will smile when you see some of the things that Sound City's Young Life is up to. We invite you to laugh. It's way easier to do the goofy things if you can hear the laughter, and we can't, but we're going to trust that you are going to lean in and engage with us tonight. Thank you for being here. It says a ton, but we invite you into this. Now, speaking of fun, I do believe that we have a guest that's going to be joining us. Why wait? Let's get right into the night. I think we have somebody special that's going to be with us this evening. Oh, there he is.
Guys, how we doing? Ed Cetera here, beat writer for the Hawks. That's right. Hawks are us, beat writer. I'm going to be honest, Kurt, it's actually my first day on the job, and this is, believe it or not, my first interview as a beat writer for the Hawks. What a day.
We spared no expense, obviously. First day. Where are you?
Believe it or not, even my first day, I am in the war room for the Hawks as they draft here in 2020. Pete and John getting down to some big guys. Keep it down, okay? Interviewing here. Jeez.
Ed Cetera, was that your name?
That's the name.
I think they're drafting from home today.
Okay, well, that's neither here nor there. But you know, it's first day on the job. I don't know if you're in the locker room right now, if maybe you get some player interviews or something like that, but we got some hot takes later. I have got a guest in just a couple minutes that I'm going to be breaking some insider info, trust me.
Looking forward to it.
Believe me when I say you are going to want to stick around for some insider tips and info on a top 10 pick in the 2020 draft. Yes, believe me, I said it. Etc. Don't forget it. If you want to use a hashtag tonight, I see the chat over there. Fire away with some questions in the meantime. I'm a beat writer. I got all the info. Hit me with a hashtag, etc., etc., etc. 3 times. That's right. Take it away, Kirk. So much fun to be here. I cannot wait for the interview coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right. Thanks for being with us, Ed. Like I said, we've got a few things coming. Lots is going to be happening. Things are going to be moving around. Tonight is a fundraiser. We're trying to raise some money for the ministry. We won't have a specific time where we're going to stop and respond. You can do that at any point. There's going to be in the chat, Carrie, our administrator for the area, is going to be giving ways that you can respond. If you text, we've been showing ways that you can text the number. That prompts a link then to giving. Visit us online any point at our website, or we can still check the P.O. box in these crazy times. But speaking of crazy times, I love when God's truth reigns out in our world and it's undeniable. One of the things I've noticed is, right, I don't think anybody is going to argue in this time that we are built for relationships. It makes no sense to me that with the internet and the access that we do have to each other, entertainment, the different things that are available, that we're this wholly discontent. I believe that we were built in the image of a Lord who's made for relationship, and he wants to be number one in our list. It is a huge honor to be a Young Life leader and to serve on the team of leaders that are in these communities serving kids that get to share that truth. Jesus Christ wants a relationship to come and repair as only Jesus can and walk in the lives of students. That's our hope in Sound City's Young Life, that every student hears the truth, that they are loved. Now, it's not even been a year that we became Sound City's Young Life, if you weren't aware. That means that now we are, as Sound Cities, one area that serves multiple communities. We have Kings, Edmonds, Meadowdale, Mukilteo, South Everett, all the high schools, middle schools. We're working towards Capernaum, Young Lives in those communities as well. By growing into this large area, we are able to serve more schools and leaders with less staff and some overhead costs, but we've increased the capacity of the staff that we have. We're improving how we train and care for our leaders. Even now, in this time, we're implementing some online and peer-to-peer mentoring programs to stay connected. We're going to continue to keep leaders focused at specific schools and specific relationships, all while being financially responsible in serving kids. Speaking of finances, it's a fundraiser. We have moved to this virtual event in our video campaign this week, and we're going to be finding other ways as well. We have had to postpone our annual fundraising banquet. It is strategically timed at this point in our year and our cash flow to have a fundraiser right now as we run completely on donations. We've raised some incredible money and been able to do some great work over the course of this year with our monthly donors and some people who've given at different points in the year as well. But if we're going to move our fundraiser to the fall, we're looking at October. Over the next 6 months, we're looking at a need of about $60,000. Would love to see that come in different ways. We trust what the Lord is doing. We're seeing him move, and we believe in the power that he has and that he is chasing after these kids. But we'd love to see some of that come tonight. We know the Lord could do all of it tonight. But if even 40 came, we could buy some of that goodwill to move towards serving kids in our community. Excuse me. To staff, resource, and continue caring for the ministry, we have this need to raise this $60,000. Our budget is an open book, but we are being responsible, and we've cut where we could in this time, but that is what our need is. We want to lead with that and give you opportunities to respond throughout the night and throughout this time as over these next few months as we figure so much out. It's already been an overwhelming blessing. Even tonight before the event, some people who are facing some hardships have reached out and are already committing to give. I'm overwhelmed by what the Lord is doing. Thank you for continuing to be a part. Again, we have not been able to meet for our weekly big events with kids, but you are going to hear that leaders are caring for kids in dynamic ways and things are happening. In this season where we're in this, what people are calling a new normal, or we're looking to define what the new normal is, it is striking me that it seems the world has shifted to a position where Young Life is uniquely positioned to make a significant impact in the lives of kids and leaders and their families. We're moving beyond where there's loneliness and anxiety and separation. Big questions are being asked and there's fears being experienced. But what a perfect spot to have an adult who loves the Lord right there available in your life. Thank you for fighting to help make this possible. You are making the hope and joy and truth of Jesus Christ available in our community. Thank you. Now we say this to kids, but I want to say it to you tonight as we're really getting things kicked off. Jesus loves you. We love you. And we are in this together. Thank you for continuing to support the work that Jesus Christ is doing in Young Life in the Sound Cities.